Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Drive-Thru Sim series here live from Daytona International Speedway. We have the Gatorade Duels to set the field for tomorrow night's Daytona 250. I'm Drive-Thru. Alongside me, I've got Jacob Hitz yet again.
Hello!
Always love having him in the booth. And, well, if you liked the show we had last week, we've got double the action tonight. Count them up, two 40-lap races to set the field. We've got 52 entries, which means 10 cars are going home tonight, and they're not going to make the race tomorrow.
Yep.
It's going to be a pretty brutal system, honestly. If you need to check up on the entry lists, they're down in the description box below or in the Discord. And if you are an Amethyst level Patreon or higher, check out the Discord. You've got live timing and scoring, so you can follow along with us. As if we've got 3 to 4 wide action like we had last week, we might see some more of them huge crashes. And honestly, I think we might see some hearts broken.
If we see a crash, I think it's almost inevitable that somebody that's a go-or-go-homer in this race is going to get collected. We've got, what, like 8 drivers that are on the fence of being in the Daytona 250 or out of the Daytona 250 in each duel. That's almost a third of the field.
And only the top 2 are going to make it in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
These guys are going to be all over the place. 3 wide, 4 wide maybe, but they gotta know that there's a risk, and if they go 4 wide, there could be some complications and a long drive back to the shop.
We've got energy coming in already. Thank you, Austin Ripp with the $2.99, Pantallica with $2 cheering his team on. Look out for Pantallica Motorsports, trying to do well in the duels and set the grid for tomorrow. So big news as of since the last time we've been on air. The number 24 Austin Ripp took a temporary suspension from the Sim Series. So for one race only, filling in that 24 car is going to be that racing kid in his first ever Sim Series event. And he's got to race his way in, so he's got a lot of pressure on him from team owner What Incarnation.
Yeah, he's in that 24 car, the car that won the championship a season ago, essentially. He'll be starting 15th in the second duel coming up.
Quarantine, my man, thank you for subscribing on Twitch. Welcome to the party. Now you have cool, fun emotes and that sweet badge. Welcome aboard, man. That's awesome. And if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord because you get super special channel access and stuff there. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing on Twitch. So let's just get on to the show here. We've got the grid already set based off of qualifying times, which were released on Discord on Sunday morning. And as we skip on forward to the command, we're going to go through
past
the order. There we go. We're good.
Whew. All right.
So the front row is already set. The front row of the Daytona 250 is going to be Asteroid Strike 9 and Luke Rainey, based on their 2 very fast qualifying times. So the 98, his finishing position doesn't really matter.
Start your engine!
Nice service, be there at the end. It's a long race. We just got to stay in contention, no mistakes. That's the big key, no mistakes today. We get up there, we get in the top 10, we ride. That's what we got to do today.
So the 98 of Asteroid Strike 9, just probably trying to keep the car clean today. I wouldn't see him really pushing for the victory as everyone else is trying to get a decent start for tomorrow night's race.
Now, if he crashes, does he have to start at the rear of the field come tomorrow?
Depends how bad it is. If they have to go to a backup, then yes, but
okay.
if it's a little bit of damage, they should be able to fix it. The 33 of Carter Friesen was the only non-chartered car to get in based off of his qualifying time. He set a very quick lap, I think in the top 5 out of everyone in qualifying. So he's already locked in as well. He's just trying to set his starting position, as are all the rest of the cars with charters. So people to watch out for, drivers trying to make it in this race. To AFK Master in the O2, He's on that bright orange Mountain Dew car. Sabretooth in the 66, wherever he's at. There he is on the outside. Thank you, Truex Jr., 19 fan, for the follow. Welcome. Who else are we looking at? VGO3 in the bright yellow number 82. Tropical Cyclone in the 40 Advent Health car. As well as John Jones, J.R. Preston Plays, and Hoodlum 2002. And the top 2 of those cars who finish are going to make it into the Daytona 250. And thank you, Cody, for the $2 super chat. The Pace van pulls onto pit road, and the field comes through the tri-oval. Green flag in the air for the Gatorade Duels here at Daytona. And we've got a bit of a mess back there. Is someone blowing up?
We've got a car with an issue in the back.
I think that's Chase. Chase is really slow on the outside here. He's holding up people. DS Gaming.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are guys that are on the bubble. So he just, like John Jones, J.R. Preston, Tropical.
I think Jones is going to stay in the draft, but Preston is far back now.
Well, I think it was the cars that were stuck on the outside lane behind Chase. So Dissect.
He's stuck in third gear here.
DS Gaming.
We got big problems for Chase. Hopefully he'll be able to make it back around without a caution coming out.
I would think so. As long as the car isn't slowing down and it's just stuck in gear, he should be able to pit. But yeah, that's big for a lot of those guys that are on the outside looking in and need a really good finish here. They are 3 wide back there with, let's see, that's NASCAR Lover 201 and that 3 on the bottom.
Lucky Rowdy 88 with the Prime subscription. Thank you so much. As Data Rich says, you could have subscribed to anybody on Twitch with your Prime, and you chose me. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Asteroid Strike, I said he might take it easy here, but he's holding on to the lead. We're 2 laps into this, and
he's got a lot of support on that outside from Carnation and from Xander M. Carter now looking to the bottom, but he was up there for a second. The inside line really didn't get going, and a lot of people jumped to the outside because of the hole that was left by Chase the Coyote that knocked a lot of those cars out of the way.
Yeah, the top 4 now, single file. Carter Friesen dropping back, and behind them it's McSpookboy, who had that huge crash we saw in the shootout with a brand new car here. And Ryan
here
Johnson
comes Carnation to the bottom.
He's got Xander M behind him. I think the 01's trying to... He's taking a look as well. They might be... No, he's going to push the 95 for now.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough help to go make a move on his own. Otherwise, I think that 98...
Oh, here comes Carter.
But here comes Carter. He has a huge run, and McSpookboy's going to follow him. They're going to be 3 wide for second.
That's going to leave Asteroid Strike way up there. And Spookboy's following him through. So the 33 is being aggressive. He wants a good starting spot here.
Yeah. I don't blame him at all.
So let's take a look at the bubble. Right now, the 02 of AFK Master sit on the top side. He's doing well. And the 82 of VGO3 are the 2 transfer spots. But right behind him, he's got Hoodlum, he's got Tropical, he's got Sabretooth, John Jones barely hanging on in the draft here. So it's all to play for still. Meanwhile, Chase has been in the pits for a few laps here. They got big problems with that motor. As the 11, the 15, the 00. These are all cars that are already in the race, but without a caution, they're going to be starting near the back. The 1 of J.R. Preston Plays YT is praying for a caution at this point. He's way out of the draft.
He's going to need a caution or save a lot of fuel if he wants to try and make his way in to tomorrow's race. Xander M to the front.
Oh, Chase the Coyote coming out of the pits here. Be careful. I think he's going to stay on the apron through 1 and 2. He should be okay.
I would hope so.
No LePaging the field here. So whatever problem they got, it looks like the DTRV crew has figured it out. But Chase is going to be multiple laps down, and this has turned into a testing session for that team.
Now, hopefully the other DTRV cars don't have the same issue. You got to be wondering, like, Hunter B, he's starting second in the next duel. If he has something similar go wrong with his car, everybody's going to be in trouble. Since Hunter's starting second, he'll be at the front of the field for the start.
Getting dangerous back there. Looks
I see 4 wide.
NJC and VGO3 are getting a little bit squeezed together, but NJ finds some space behind his teammate.
Got himself into the show.
As of right now, he's barely ahead of VGO3, so that 40 car's making it work on the bottom. He's got a gap in front of him.
And he's going to pass that 02 car as well.
So put
If
Tropical.
he stays down there with the 66, Sabretooth has a shot to get in if they stay like this.
And again, they've got a nice gap ahead of them, so he should be able to get right up behind Pure and maybe keep moving forwards. So right now, the 40 and the 02 are the two cars in the transfer positions. As
Spook Boy looking on that bottom.
he's got the 3 right behind him. Pure's taking a look under the 3.
Pure's
Be careful.
gonna go 4 wide into the tri-oval. This is not good. We've seen how bad this could work before.
They make it through the tri-oval okay, but this is getting dangerous.
Yoy.
Can the 3 slide behind the 92? He does. NASCAR Lover 201 finds a gap behind Ryan Johnston, and they're going to live for now. As the 40 of Tropical Cyclone with the 66 behind him, they're working together, but look who's right behind Sabretooth. It's the 88 of Hoodlum. He's knocking on the door. He wants to get in this race just as badly as the rest of these guys. So now we got the 92 of Ryan Johnston battling for the lead. He's on the inside.
Yeah, he got a great run, pulled to the bottom, and he's going to make it stick with the help from Spook Boy and Pure back there. And as soon as I say that, Pure goes to the inside and tries to pass with Spook Boy, but doesn't get it done.
Xander M had a decent run, but Carnation's staying up top. He's not helping him.
Yeah.
Still even at the front. Now Spook Boy to the bottom. He's got Pure right behind him.
Johnston just couldn't block it.
Oh, but
That's
is
going
Pure
to
going
be
to try and
all
take a
that he
look?
needed.
I think Pure might be getting a little bit of air. He's just peeking his bumper out from under the 6. He's going to stay behind him on the straightaway, though. As the whole pack is compressed together now.
Plus he moves
Here
that
comes
6
Pure.
up the racetrack. This is where it's going to get bad. They're 4 wide for the lead in the duel.
Oh, this could get bad. Xander M is stuck on the
Spook Boy,
outside.
not again. Look out, Tropical. Tropical just got moved up. They're 4x4 heading into the tri-oval.
Be careful here. The 6 is on the corner. The 92. This is when it gets dicey.
Oh, I don't like that. He was right on Pure.
This could get bad if they can't
And Tropical's going to get stuck in that hole, too.
Oh, here comes the 3.
They're 4 wide again.
The 66 to the bottom.
Number 201.
Oh, they're wrecking. Carnation
no,
around.
into the wall. Tropical's in the wall.
The 88's around. CodyHGaming around. The 66. Oh, big
Cody.
crash.
Hard in the wall. Oh, that's the 98. That's the pole sitter. Asteroid strike. Carnation's involved.
Midlife with damage.
83 midlife 9. I think that might have been the 82.
Oh, they're
of
still
VG03.
wrecking.
They're still crashing back there. Who is that?
The 48 of Dice
That's
K.
Dissect.
He was like sliding sideways. Caution, most
Caution.
definitely out.
Ace Fan is out. We're going to need a couple of jet dryers. And wow, that was big.
Oh, Chase is involved. He's blowing up here. It's been a
What
rough
in
day
the
for that 7
world?
car.
Good thing he's locked into the show tomorrow because good grief.
They're going to need to get a backup out. Wow, he's missing the front
That's what
corner.
I'm thinking.
Goki's got a lot of damage as well.
Well, and they were really far behind that. I wonder if they got collected just in the really late aftermath of that, because they were over 10 seconds behind the leader.
Let's go back with what incarnation and see what happened that caused this. We know they were 4 wide for the lead, but it looks like they got sorted out. Spook Boy found a gap and he moved down, but it was the 66 of Sabretooth.
Tropical got stuck in the sucker hole behind McSpook Boy, and the cars behind Tropical split the gap and got him stuck in that hole, and that's what caused the 3 to get squeezed right up into the 95. Tropical just couldn't come down the racetrack quite enough, pushed the 3 into the 95, and it was on from there. A lot of damage.
Let's see if we can go from the helicopter cam and get a good look at what happened here. You see Tropical's, he's squeezed way up the track, and it's actually the 83 of Midlife who gets into the rear corner of the 3. He goes into the wall.
Yeah, he got sent into the wall first.
That spins Carnation down. Oh, boy, and it's just ping pong. I mean, these guys have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Cody and Carter get
Friesen
together.
got a piece of that.
The 98 gets into him.
Cody gets spun.
They
Looks like the 43 got hit too.
Oh, boy. They squeeze back up into the wall after this wreck. Teammates.
16?
The 16 and the 25 both in the wall together. And they hit their other teammate, the 30. McShane Motorsports cars running into each other here. But let's see what happens at the back here. We got Chase the Cody, DS Gaming, and Goky all running together with...
I think this is where we saw the 48 get involved.
Oh, Brad
right here.
Flynn!
Oh! Hard hit! That's how Goky got involved and the 48. So we missed that originally. Looks like the 1 pressed in place. That actually saves him. because with a lot of these guys that are on the cut line being involved in this accident, he gets through it. He's now in the lead pack. Preston has a really, really good shot to make tomorrow's race now.
Oh my gosh! What a
He just
hit!
shoots that gap. Just barely makes contact with Chase the Coyote. Other than that, he is fine.
I don't know if there's much Chase could have done here. He's got the 15 on the outside of him. He just doesn't expect Brad Flynn to drive up as much as he does. He hits the brakes, but there's nothing he can do.
Yeah. He could have tried turning to the bottom of the racetrack, but that just would have hit him even more square. But Goky did get some damage in that. You hear the 48 sliding in the background. The 82 did get a piece of it. So I think every single car but Preston got involved in this. The 82, the 66, the 40,
88.
the 43 got a piece of it. The 88, 02 got a piece.
Yeah, 43 just got a little tap.
Yep.
The 02's in the middle of it.
Yep.
And then
Preston is the luckiest driver on this racetrack right now.
to make it through that, oh my gosh. Like the 16 comes shooting out to the right.
Depending on how much damage these guys have, Preston might just be a lock to make it into the race tomorrow, and it'll be just a battle for the second transfer spot.
So the 7 of Chase the Coyote has definitely retired from the race. The 16 of Brad Flynn was in the pits for a while, but he's back out on track now.
Fuel pump issues on that 7 Toyota.
Well, the whole front of the
Chase
car was
Coyote,
gone.
but...
I don't know if you can say it's just the fuel pump that's wrong with that car. I mean,
well, that's what we were being told was the issue.
I'm curious as to if that was the issue that hurt him at the start, because he had such a slow car for that first lap, and then they were making repairs for a while. I mean, at the time of that caution,
the fuel pickup got screwed up.
I think he was already 2 laps down.
Yeah.
So Chase the Coyote definitely going to be starting at the back. And I think at this point we can say definitely going to a backup car.
I think that 16 of Brad Flynn, I think he's going to be looking at a backup car. He's still running, but that thing can't be in any sort of good condition.
It looks all right. I mean, they did a decent job of hammering this thing back together. It's cleaner than you would expect it to be after a wreck like that.
Yeah.
I think, is Goky on? Yes, Goky's still on track here.
Yeah, everybody else is on track except for Chase. He was the only one to retire out of that crash.
So everyone pitted under caution except for the top 3. So Xander M stayed out. DNP stayed out. He gained a ton of spots. And
So did
Rolo, who had lost the draft after being stuck behind the 7 at the start, they're taking a gamble. They're going to stay out. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it to the end on fuel.
These guys are trying to make it on fuel. It looks like we're going to green this time, so they had 4 laps under caution.
It's going to be close. It's going to be
They're
really
going to be close, but if they don't stay up at the front the whole time, I don't think it's worth it for them to stay out. I think they should have pitted because of how wild this track gets. We saw they can pass 3, 4 wide. You might as well just pit. You might have had a better chance to make it and get a better starting spot than by pitting, starting at the back and working your way through, than staying out, cutting it close, and then falling back to the pack anyways.
But at the same time, we've got so many damaged cars in the field. We might see a more pack separation. I mean, you don't want to be stuck behind those slow cars. The 00 definitely knows that based on what happened to him at the start. I think it's a good call on his part. Definitely not for Xander M. I mean, he was already at the front of the pack, and
yeah,
he didn't have to take a gamble like that. So the pace van is going to pull in this time, and we are going to have just over half of this duel left to go. Think they're going to take it easy?
No.
If they were
no
hungry
way
before,
they take it easy.
I think they're going to be hungrier now. Green flag is out.
Especially everybody 4th on back because they've got fresher tires and they know they can make it to the end.
DNP moving to the bottom, as is the 61 of Pure. Goky as well. Brad Flynn already losing the draft. He is way off pace.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Just because the car may look fine doesn't mean everything under the hood's fine, and it doesn't mean that there still isn't some aerodynamic damage that's really going to put a hurting on him.
So right now, John Jones on the 43, they had a good stop. They didn't have very much damage. He is way out front in terms of the cars that need to race their way in. Second
Three
of those
wide for the lead
is the 66 and the 82, and they're way back. So Jones is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. Well, and looking at Goky almost lost the draft.
Yeah.
Here on this last restart. It was not a good restart. I was worried that it had too much damage. The car had too much damage to continue. But right now, hanging in there, maybe it's not too bad as we originally thought.
Doing all right. There's a bit of separation behind them with the 3 and the 30. They're going to be running side by side here, so should give the 02, the 88, the 40. These guys might be able to catch back up and close this packet. As Jones has put himself into second. That 43's on the move. They must have had a really good pit stop because he did come in. They did take fuel, maybe tires. He's gained a bunch of spots, and it looked like he was almost out of the picture. I mean, the whole first run, he was near the back of the pack, almost lost the draft at one point, barely stayed in it, and here he is, up into second place. Here comes Spook Boy to the bottom again. This 6 car has been strong today.
Yeah, well, it was strong last week in the shootout before it got taken out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think McSpook Boy is going to be a pretty good prediction to maybe win the 250 tomorrow as long as you can keep the nose clean.
Yeah, No Quarter Motorsport doing pretty well so far today. Spook Boy's at the front. 00 of Rollo made that interesting call. He's sticking up here. Oh, God, don't take a look to the bottom.
and he's looking for 4 wide. I don't like that.
He's going to stay behind DNP in the bottom lane. I think that's the right choice to make. As Sabretooth starting to lose the draft here. He's falling back.
That's bad news bears for that 66 team.
He's got some damage. We know so does Carnation. He's barely hanging on too. As uh-oh, this is going to be bad.
Well, and so is the 82.
If they're going side by side here, they could lose it.
And that's Tropical.
Yeah, Tropical and VGO3,
so
both of those guys.
They're taking each other out almost right now.
The 88 of Hoodlum and the 43 of Jones are your two No, the 1 is in there. The 1 of Jared Preston plays Y2.
Preston was the 1 car that didn't get involved in that crash. So he's going to have one of the stronger cars here in this one. Clearly the 43 has a good car, but that 1 car is also looking pretty good.
And he's making moves on the bottom here.
Xander M back to the front.
He's got the 98 behind him. They're 3 wide for the lead again.
Yep. Spook Boy trying to push Pure down the racetrack.
Getting
that
dicey.
May open the door for 4 wide. I don't want to do that.
They're moving around a lot in the corners. Look at how strong this bottom lane is. These guys are nose to tail down the back straightaway. But still, Spook Boy gets the best run.
McSpook Boy has no help, so
we'll see where Johnston
1 or 2
goes
laps,
behind him.
He's going to be all the way in the back.
The 92 is going to move up and help Spook Boy, and now it's Pure stuck. Oh, he's moving down again.
Yeah, Pure's in that sucker hole. Here comes Carter Friesen to the bottom. Another car back there looking low.
Looks like Johnston's going to keep these guys side by side. Jones going to take advantage. He's moving to the middle lane.
Okay, so VGO3 is back in the draft, but Tropical isn't.
Oh, boy. So, yeah. VGO3 did make that move work, and it was for the better. He would have been stuck behind the 40. Tropical's losing it, so is Carnation. The 66 is way back, and Brad Flynn is at the start-finish line. He's half a lap behind everyone. Oh, he might get in the way at some point here. These guys keep running 3 wide like this. He's going to have nowhere to go when the pack catches him. Cody's looking on the bottom.
Cody's looking 4 wide. This isn't good.
I don't think he has a good enough run
He's
out
got
of the corner.
help, too. His nose is there.
Not quite.
Okay, maybe not.
DNP stays ahead for now.
It was for a second, that's for sure.
So Xander M still leads on the top side. Pure's been holding that middle strong. Cody keeps taking peeks to the bottom.
Here comes
Careful,
Cody.
DNP slides up the track.
Oh no!
The 01 upside down.
Xander M's upside
big
down.
Crash.
Big
the 3 involved. Pure's destroyed.
Around.
Oh!
NASCAR
the 98.
Oh, the 98.
That's your pole sitter.
Oh, Xander. He got hit again. Another hit.
Huge wreck. Xander M.
The 88
Here comes the 66.
Again. Xander upside down.
Sabretooth. He's picking up spots here.
Sabretooth may not be the worst finishing go
Oh,
or go
Xander's
homer
done.
right now.
It's
oh, it's
over.
toast. He's gonna have to start in the rear.
Yeah,
He's
that car's
definitely gonna need a
destroyed. I don't know
backup
if he
car.
can make it back around to the pits.
So for the second race in a row, the 6 is involved in a crash that a car goes upside down. Thankfully, it wasn't him this time. Look how many cars are left. Wait,
Cody's
go
in
back
the
to
lead.
that pack. Look at that. No, look behind him. That's it right there. You've got the 43, the 1, and the 82. They are all on the cut line running second, third, and fourth.
And look who's
And
back in
Tropical's
it.
in this thing too.
Tropical, the 02, the 66, maybe?
The 88, I think, did get a piece of it.
Oh, boy. The 00 is pretty
Rolo's
much
probably
wrecked.
going to have to start in the back. He's toast, I think.
Let's go back,
We definitely have one retirement.
and let's see what happens. Cody, he was looking to the bottom,
It's
but
just-
I don't think he was under the 18.
Cody went to the bottom. The 18 moved up the racetrack, tried to give him the spot.
He slid
Pure
up.
was already all the way up.
Yeah, the 18 just slid up the track.
Pure already was on the 6 car, and just chaos.
Xander M squeezed into the wall. He's flipped upside down. The 18's backwards in front of the field. The 3 and the 30 get into each other.
Pure
Big hit from the 98.
Goky got turned, I think, too.
And the
Tropical
00.
makes it
Oh,
through. The 98 did not. That's his second wreck.
let's take a look from the
Rolo had
helicopter
nowhere to
cam.
go, but
We know Cody looked to the bottom. But I think the 18 just got scared and slid up. It's very similar to the first wreck we had. And nothing the 61 could have done. The 01 and the 6 are at the top of the groove. Squeezed
even
into
if the
the wall.
61 would have hit the brakes, he still would have caught the 18.
And look at the pack behind him. At this point, they're checking up. The 98 gets into the 83 a little bit. 3 and the 30 get
Carter
together.
Friesen was dead sideways.
Oh!
The AFK, the AFK master was turned the 98 into this. He missed it and then got turned afterwards. So watch Carter too. Carter got really sideways.
Yeah, he gets spun right here off the bumper of the 02 and turned into the 01.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets hit from behind
It
as
was
well.
nice of him to flip the 0-1 back over, but still.
I mean, these guys deep in the pack, there's nothing they could have done. I mean, Rolo was involved pretty late in that incident. Let's ride right behind him. Rex in front of him. He's stuck on the top side. Nowhere for him to go. He's on the brakes. Right behind his teammate, the 6. And they're still wrecking ahead of him. I don't think he sees it. He's got the 88 blocking his view, and oh no. Right into the side of the 01. I think that's what did it for Xander.
Yeah.
I think the 3 and the 30 got together, just avoiding it. NJC was a little bit ways off the pack, gets on the brakes. Oh, puts the 3 in the wall.
Woo, shot the 3.
That's what Carnation got.
Just got turned in Carnation.
Yep. Oh, there's that crash again.
All right, I'm going to disconnect and come back because I'm now like 3 seconds behind the audio.
Nice.
So. Here we go.
So Cody leads. VGO3 has found his way into second somehow. And JR Preston plays and John Jones are sitting up there as well.
Yeah. Tropical's only in 8th, the AFK Master 9th. Sabretooth is in 12th, although I don't think,
I think
he's going to be...
off speed.
Yeah. And Xander M did retire from the race camshaft issue on that 0-1.
I think it's an upside down car issue. It was a
Oh,
solid
wow.
wreck.
So, yeah. Chase the Coyote and Xander M will have to go to backup cars for tomorrow's race.
All right, Cody requested onboard of the 66. Let's see it. Because he was deep in the pack when this caution came out.
Yeah.
Ended up just
he almost did what
driving around
Goky did
everyone.
and just flew through the crash.
I mean, hey, they're racing back to the line at this point. If there's any spots available, he'll take them. He slows down a little bit.
Especially since he doesn't know what cutoff drivers have been involved and which haven't.
He stayed pretty safe. He slowed down a little bit, gave everyone some room, and
Stayed
just
up towards
drive
high
around the
side. There
outside.
wasn't really a lot of cars there. And just kept passing and kept passing.
That's a lot of spots made. Wow. Including several of these drivers that need to race their way in. So lights are out in the pace van, which means we'll be 1 to green this time by. And hopefully be able to run the second half of this duel race maybe a little bit cleaner than the first.
Well, they keep doing this, we're going to run out of cars. Everybody's going to be in a backup car for tomorrow.
So it looks
We're
like
past halfway.
Carnation is on the lead lap. They got that thing fixed up, but I think he'll be pretty slow here. I mean, all these guys at the back, we know they have damage. The 16 of Brad Flynn is... I think he's going to hold everyone behind him up, because we know he's really slow. He didn't have to pit to repair damage this time.
Brad Flynn back, it's just going to be chaos. I'm willing to bet from Sabretooth back, it's going to be chaos, but that 16 just has no acceleration after that first crash. He's going to hold a lot of people up.
The 3 cars that were trying to make it on fuel, with this caution, probably could have done it, but they were all involved in that wreck. So the 01, the 00, and the 18 all had to come in for repairs anyways, so everyone should be good till the end of the race on fuel.
Yep.
And suddenly, Cody's found himself in the lead.
Xander M led the most laps so far here in this duel. He's led 9 of them so far. Nobody else is really close. Cody's led 4. He's led the second most out of everybody else. So,
and pretty sure
if he hangs on to
all of them were under caution here. As he takes the green flag.
Yeah. Maybe had 4 laps under yellow for both cautions, and this was the second caution. So
this is the most tame restart we've seen yet. But here we go. Jones to the bottom of the 01. This is for the transfer spot. These 3 cars sitting 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Only 2 of them are going to make the race.
Well, and you almost got to wonder if these guys are going to try and pull a little bit of strategy. Maybe hang back just a little bit. Try and stay in the same position, but don't make a run. Don't make a move for that position until we get late in the going, so it's harder for everybody else to try and get by and make that spot. But VGO3 wants this win. He's going for the lead.
And he's got the lead. Cody a little bit slow on the top side. He's going to try and pull in behind the 82, get a little bit of draft out of the corner. As this pack hasn't yet formed up, I think the 82 is going to have the lead for a number of laps here. His teammate, his mechanized racing teammate, the 83 of Midlife, already guaranteed a spot in this race. He's just trying to finish well and get a good starting spot for tomorrow's race. Cody to the bottom for the lead.
Here comes that 48. He's looking to the bottom as well.
They're going to be side by side out of the corner. Neither of them have a pusher right behind them. So this will be purely a drag race down the back between the 82 and the 28.
Don't look now, but that 02, the AFK Master, he's coming.
Oh, boys,
now
be
careful.
Right
back there.
No, it's not Brad Flynn. That's Jake 24, your shootout winner. He's having a peek to the bottom.
The guy who won last week, he falls to the back now.
Yeah, he had no run out of the corner.
In that as well.
Friesen's doing well for himself. He's sitting up here almost in the top 5 still.
He's kind of moving that middle line. Well, not anymore, but he was at the time that they went 3 and 4 wide. McSpookboy's back in this thing. He's not quite out yet. And here comes the 88 and the 02, all in that pack. Tropical's there as well. So the guys up front that we thought were going to be a lock, they're not a lock anymore. A lot of these guys are still running. More of the guys that are locked in for tomorrow's race already have had issues than the guys that are go or go homers. They are, this is bad right here.
This situation keeps on changing.
This is messy.
I mean, it's every few laps we see someone's, hopes completely pulled away, and then suddenly they're back in it.
Yeah.
As VGO3's back to the lead with a push from John Jones in the 43, Cody's all alone at the bottom.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of help. The outside line seems to be working well. Everybody's migrating up to the top. Don't know what's bringing them up there. But we've seen the inside work better. So I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot of these guys that are in the back try and look to the bottom. You see Midlife down there. You see Dissect down there. You see the 6 of McSpookboy down there. It's just not working.
Lucky Rowdy subscribed to me before he followed. But thank you for following anyways. Welcome aboard.
That is the correct order in doing that.
So here we go. the two transfer positions right now, first and second, and clear the pack by, I think, a car length here.
Well, Preston had a run up at the top of the track, almost cleared midlife. That would have set him up in 4th, but he's got no help, stuck on the top of the track. He's going to be in trouble here.
We got a pretty solid line of cars behind the pack now. Losing the draft. They're trying to stay into it, but the 98's got damage. I mean, all these guys have damage. The 66 of Sabretooth still struggling. So back up at the front. Cody's got an inside Jones. He's got the 83 behind him. Well, the midlife's taking a look to the inside. The 88 has pushed the 1 on the outside, so Hoodlum's into the mix again. I mean, we thought he was totally out of it. Look at him go.
Master ain't going to move 3 wide on the bottom with Ryan Johnston behind him. Trying to get by some of these guys here. You got the 15 there as well, CodyHGaming. Can't tell what car that is there on the top of the track, but
it's Dysik in the 48.
Oh, yeah, you're right. See, the 88 hung up there as well. He's got to advance his position.
So these guys
he wants to have a shot to make it in.
They're still going 3 wide, but it's not quite as tight as the pack we saw earlier. I mean, obviously we have less competitive cars up here.
Yeah, that's...
With 10 to go here, I think we should see a pretty good run to the end.
Here comes Cody. You know, that 43 Joe Jones, he thought about going to the bottom. John Jones, whatever. He thought about going to the bottom of Cody, but he decided to stay with him. That's going to help him out. Because now he's in that first transfer spot instead of having to worry about hanging on to the second. As long as he's in front, he's got a little bit more wiggle room, but he's got to get that 82 out of that outside line or something.
Well, he's got to
get more help.
He's got help here from the 6 and the 1. Preston's going to try and hold on to this bottom line, scoot his way past the 82 if possible. As Midlife might put his teammate at risk. He's having a look to the bottom, maybe just getting some air. McSpookboy to the bottom again.
McSpookboy's making it 3 wide for the lead. He wants revenge after last week.
He has always found his way back to the front of the pack, no matter what's happened. That 6 car is so strong here.
Oh, the AFK Master's kind of stuck on the bottom. Doesn't have a lot of help. He's losing spots on the outside of him.
He'll do better in the corner, though. Should get a little bit of draft from Jake.
Here's where things are going to get interesting. If we've got 2 guys that are on the cut line side by side like the 1 and the 82 are, that is going to be... That basically, the margin of at the line, that is going to determine who makes it into the Daytona 250 and who goes home.
Yeah, it could be a side-by-side run of the line like that for that transfer position, as we saw last time by. One's trying to hold an advantage on the bottom, though. Here he goes. The 6 is pulled out front.
He's got that spot.
So VGO3 in trouble again.
Find John Jones for that lead, and here comes
Spookboy's going to move up, though.
Here on the bottom.
Jake's okay, but he's all alone. These guys keep moving up on the back straightaway, taking the advantage away from the bottom.
Yeah.
But in the turns, he's got the shorter run around the track. See if he can close in on Jake, on VGO3.
Maybe not, but now VGO3's down there. You got to think he's got to look 3 wide underneath that 1, maybe.
Tropical's lost this draft, too.
He can't make it into the Daytona 250 and stay in his line. He is going to have to make a move at some point, whether it's now, whether it's the last lap, but whatever move he makes, he has to ensure that it's going to work and not cost him more spots.
Well, here's a move. The 82 of VGO3 looking to the inside of the 1. Oh, he's got no help on the straightaway, though.
Pressing up the racetrack, but nobody's going with the 82.
Jake will take a look.
That is what you risk. Here comes John Jones looking for the lead in turn 3.
Spookboy's got no help. Cody's behind Jones, 43 to the lead. He's going to clear him coming out of turn 4. Cody's making a charge on the bottom, though. He's got the 1 behind him. Cody at the bottom, Preston and VGO3 behind him. Still side by side for this second transfer position.
Yeah, this is big, man. Like, we're coming to 5 to go next time by, right?
Yeah, and these 3 have just battled it out, lap after lap. it keeps changing, whoever's in this second transfer spot. And then you got guys like the 88 and the 02 sort of deeper in this pack. I don't think they have the speed to be at the front, but if anything happens, they're going to be in that spot.
Well, if anything happens from now to the checkered flag, we're looking at maybe a one-lap shootout to determine it. So if there's a crash, these guys that are on the edge, they're going to have to push. I don't think they're going to let off if they see smoke in front of them, just because that could be the difference between them making the Daytona 250 and going home in the trailer.
Here comes the 82 back to the lead. These must-race-in drivers
hanging
working
on to that
together.
second spot. Tell you what, the 82 and the 43 look like they're the strongest cars to make it in, but that one could be a wild card there. If he can just get out of the outside line, get some help on the bottom, we could see him sneak his way in coming to the line.
Can he get this gap in front of the 25? Not quite.
No, he stays at the track. He decides to hang with Cody.
It would have been dangerous if he came down there. He's going to have a good run out of the corner, though. He might be able to clear Jake, but I don't think so. So as of right now, the 82 and the 43 would make the Daytona 250. And, oh, Jake's moving the one way up the track. I think the 25 got loose. He pushed the one.
He's getting him up and
far
out of here.
But he's got a decent draft behind Cody here. Don't know if he can clear the 25. No. This is not looking good for Preston right now.
No, it's not.
I mean, you got the top two guys. They're battling for it.
Yeah, here comes John Jones. He's looking for the lead. McSpook Boy's there. Jake 24, he's got one win. He's trying to make it 2 wins here this weekend.
3 laps to go in duel number 1 here. And the top two are side by side. We've got lap traffic in turn 2. This could get interesting.
And guess what? If you're sitting here watching this right now, don't you dare get up, because we get to do this all over again with 26 other cars and 7 other drivers trying to make their way in like these guys. So the
Look at
action
Hoodlum.
is not going anywhere.
Hoodlum's on the bottom
trying to make
3
his
wide.
way in. He doesn't have a lot of help, but if those guys behind him can drop to the bottom, he will be a factor as we're coming to 2 laps to go.
The 88 has been waiting to pounce. Now he knows it's time to make his move. He's working the bottom, but the top 2 are your 2 transfer positions. The 43 and the 82 have been side by side for a couple of laps here, and I think this is going to get interesting.
Oh, they're going to catch him coming to the white flag, I think. I didn't realize how close they were. My gosh.
It's been pretty even between the top and the bottom here. VGO3 has held strong in the outside.
Well,
as I say
these guys
that,
have
he
been
drops back in 1 and 2.
These guys have been shuffling around a lot, not staying committed to lines like they were earlier in the race. So lines are going to come and go here as people try to get runs, cut to the inside of them, and pass them. That's what we're going to see here. That's why we're seeing 3 wide. The top 2 lines are full, and the bottom line only has a couple of cars because they're trying to make passes and trying to make it work. This is going to get interesting right here.
Oh, boy.
This
We're
is
coming to the
going
white
determine
flag.
the
Here's the
race.
lap traffic. Jones
If
goes to
they're
the
gonna
bottom.
stay to
Can
the high
VGO3
side,
get
they're
through?
They're going to stay to the outside. This is going to be bad. The 3 wide. Here comes McSpook Boy. White flag.
Spook Boy to the bottom of the 43.
McSpook Boy's looking for the lead.
That's for the lead, but look at the 02. He's on the
Here
bottom.
comes Jake 24. Jake 24's there. He's going to take it away. 3 wide for the lead.
And he's got Johnston behind him and CodyHGaming. Here comes the 02. If the 02
Here
can
comes
get
the
past the
02.
82, he's going to have to look to the bottom through 3 and 4 here. He's got to get a run on VGO3, and he's got to get past him. Right now, the 82 and the
Down
43
the back
still
stretch.
side by side. Jones is stuck. Here comes the 02.
Jones
He's in the
is
transfer
stuck behind
spot.
him.
Jones has had it all, and he's lost
The
it.
AFK Master is locked in at this point. Here they come.
The run to the line.
The 82
Johnston
still
to the
trying make
bottom.
stops. We're going to have a run for the line. Here comes Johnston.
Side
He's
by
got
side.
help.
Jake 24
Side
trying
by
to win
side.
2 in a
Jake
row.
24 going
92
2 in
with
a
the
row.
run at the
Ryan
line.
Johnston's going to win at the line.
I thought,
Ryan
does
Johnston
Jake have that?
should have gotten him.
Waiting for
I
timing.
think Johnston got him.
Waiting for the result. 2
Jake 24
thousands.
by 2 1,000ths of a second.
Jake 24
what
again.
a lap.
The
Jake
25.
24 out of nowhere.
2
And VGO3 and
thousands.
the AFK Master are locked into the Daytona 250. Heartbreak for John Jones. He falls to 12th.
What a finish. Are you kidding? 2,000ths of a second?
2 1,000ths. Jake 24 led 1 lap, and that was it right there.
In the past
Unbelievable.
2 races, he has led 2 laps, and he's won them both. The
He is
25.
undefeated at Daytona.
He's been clutch every single time. What a crazy finish.
Real.
Wow. I want to see that run on the line again. I can't believe I saw Johnston go to the bottom.
That was incredible.
I mean, they're clear of the pack at this point. Neither of them have help. This is purely a run to the finish line. Johnston has a look to the bottom out of turn 4. It looks like he has the momentum.
They had even help. The 82 on the inside and the 15 on the outside.
They're pretty far back.
It was even coming to the
Oh
line.
my gosh.
I thought Johnston
goodness.
just barely got him coming to the line, but
Look at that finish.
unbelievable. That's the closest finish in DTSS history? Is it not?
Absolutely. There's like 2 inches between them. That's it. These guys are going at 190 miles an hour, and it's 2 thousandths of a second, the gap at the line. And AFK Master just sat on the bottom, and look at this. Jones just gets stuck behind Flynn on the outside. Nowhere he can go. The O2's got a good run. Oh, boy.
He was in third on the white flag lap. He lost 9 spots.
He was in the lead
because of
on the white flag lap.
Yeah.
He was in first place, and he lost 11 spots. That's him. He's in the lead of the race at this point. And he gets stuck behind the 60, and he gets pushed up 3 wide. Look at all the spots he lost.
He got by one of the lap cars. He couldn't get by the other 2. Wow.
What a race. My goodness.
John Jones had...
I can't believe
Preston finished 10th. He finished past Jones. So even if it was the top 3, Preston would have been in, and Jones still would have been out.
So,
unbelievable.
Final results of duel number 1 here at Daytona. Jake24 wins it by 2 1/1000ths of a second. VGO3 and AFK Master transfer in, and the cars who are packing up and going home early. The 1 of J.R. Preston Plays YT, the 43 of John Jones. Heartbreak for that team. Hoodlum 2002, Tropical Cyclone, unfortunately he's gone as well. Sabretooth 498. Wow. 5 guys who just got to pack it up and leave. They're not racing tomorrow. What an incredible event.
Seriously, that wow.
Wow. I can't believe what we just witnessed. We're going to take like a 2-minute break. It's going to be real quick, and we're going to be right back at you with duel number 2. So stay tuned, because if you thought this was great, we're doing it all over again. Stay tuned. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Team JL22. I'm assuming that's Cody Box with the $1. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're going to be back in like a minute. Big thank you to everyone who subbed, by the way. That's awesome. We got 2 new subscribers. We're hitting great viewership numbers, too. So, like, thank you so much for being as excited about this as I am, because this has been a blast. What an amazing race we had. Just waiting on Jacob right now. He'll be here probably a minute. And then we can get Duel 2 underway. So it should be fun. These guys are just practicing now. So yeah, say like a minute and a half-ish. So if you want water, if you want a bathroom break, now is your chance. Because we're going to be strapped back in for another hour of action. Oh, thanks for all the bits, Chris. 69 bits. 68 bits, sorry.
Big dick energy.
Oh, Pan, more energy. Thank you so much. Halftime piss break. Yeah, enjoy it. Although Jacob's taking quite a while on his. Stay tight. You have time. Don't worry.
Big dick energy.
More energy. Thanks, Austin. $2 if the 24 wins. Hey, it could happen. We saw in the first race. Anything can happen tonight. Could certainly get pretty crazy. That's because it's muted. Alright, I'm going to start a timer. If Jacob's not back in 30 seconds, we're just going to roll. Because I want to get this second duel underway. Seriously. Who's doing my chat? Someone jumped in and out. I heard you. Yeah, the duel finishing position determines your race starting position. So if you do badly in the duel, you're starting in the back for the 500 or 250. We got some decent packs going here. Where the hell's Jacob? I'm just gonna start without him if he's not back. Alright, I think my timer has been up. It's not a real timer, it's a metaphorical one. We're gonna get this thing underway here. Welcome back, everyone, for Duel 2 here at Daytona International Speedway. We saw some crazy action in Duel number 1. 2 1,000ths of a second, the gap at the line, and a pass in turns 3 and 4 on the last lap for that second transfer spot. We're doing it all again because we have 26 new cars, 5 more are going home, and 2 lucky drivers, well, I say lucky, it takes a bit of skill, but mostly luck here at Daytona, are going to get a spot in tomorrow night's Daytona 250. So let's skip on over to the race and the command. I missed it. I'm going to get it this time. Drivers' cars. So starting in first will be Luke Rainey in the 2. He's already guaranteed his front row start in tomorrow's race. Everyone else is going to be racing to start.
Hi, hello, I'm here.
Welcome, you're here just in time. There's the command.
Yes.
Alright, boys, let's remember things happen pretty fast here. Real fast.
And I came in and saw the cars on pit road. I'm like, oh, that's a good sign.
Give your seatbelts a little tuck here, buddy.
So, cars to watch out for in this race. These are your drivers who have to race their way in. The top 2 of these cars are going to make the race. The rest are going home. The 46 of Ethan had a great qualifying result, so he's going to be starting near the front of this duel, but he still has to finish well if he wants to make the race. The number 5, the Dollar General number 5 of Luis Rodriguez, also has to race his way in, as well as the sub in the 24, that racing kid, driving for Carnation Motorsports. The 52 of Ace Moneymaker and his teammate, what's going on with the 5?
Uh-oh. Don't tell me we've got more issues.
If we got issues on the pace lap, we're going to restart it. Where are you going, pal? All right, hold on.
Drivers, cars.
All right, take 2.
We're going to try that again.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Even the driver's command is excited for this one.
Dude, after that last race, how could you not be? This is amazing.
Seriously.
Good luck. Be safe.
So, back through the order of the cars that we really got to keep an eye on. The orange 46 of Ethan Head, Luis Rodriguez in the 5, 24 of that racing kid. Then it's Ace Moneymaker in the 52, the Cheez-Its car. Janza in the 47, Dual Shock in the 34, and Emmett Lashbrook in the 08, who we saw perform so well in last week's shootout. Had a pretty bad qualifying run, although we know it's fast in the race, so we'll see what he can do throughout these next 40 laps.
It'll be interesting to watch him and some of these other guys come from the back. Now, from what we saw in the first duel, the cars that started first and third out of the cars that were go homers made the race. They weren't up there the whole time, but I think there's definitely a possibility that Ethan Head makes it as long as he doesn't get collected in an accident. We saw that take a lot of guys out really early in that last one, and I think we may see something similar here.
Yeah, I mean, they got to be worried about the carnage, but I mean, what do you do? Do you try to get to the front and be ahead of the carnage, or do you drop back and hope you can avoid it? It's going to be interesting. We'll see what these guys do over the
I'd
course
like
of
to
the
be
next
the last
40
car
laps.
there so I don't get hit in the rear and I can just hit the brakes whenever I want to and not worry about it.
The pace van pulls in, and the green flag is in the air. Last year's Daytona 250 winner, Luke Rainey, on pole for this duel, getting a great start.
So Ethan Head starts to look to the outside, realized it was not going to work for him, pulls it back to the bottom, and we're already going 3 wide. That
KHP
Mobil 1 car.
again. KHP, we saw him when he was driving the good wrench, the bright red number 8 in the shootout, jump into the bottom so often. I mean, he was not scared to go 4 wide at the bottom of the track. Here he is yet again making moves on the bottom side. He's got Savage Toy Show behind him.
He was collected in that first big one, I think. He was involved in one of them. I don't remember if it was the one that sent Big Spook Boy over or not, but
I think it was before that. But
I think it was the one in the tri-oval, the first one.
he made his way back up there, and he's looking strong here today.
He's looking for the lead. Here comes Savage Toy Show on the bottom.
Toy Show's got his teammate behind him. The 20 of Ben
Ben
Pie.
Pie there.
Got 4 Dodges lined up in the bottom lane right now. Here they come. Mopar Power in the bottom line, and that 60 books a million Challenger to the bottom. 3 wide, solid throughout the pack.
You see Priya there stuck in the middle in the 41.
Mark Silas in the
Trying to push
22 as
KHP.
well. As cameras are doing things, down the back straightaway we go.
Kind of like the end of the last duel, you've got guys looking at the top 2 lines more than the bottom down the straightaways, but in the turns, everybody from that middle line drops to the bottom. That's what's going to hurt the cars in the middle line. They don't have the full support around the racetrack.
But they got a better run out at the corners. If they can stay up on each other, they can make moves around the outside. As you see, Savage moves up to block those lines just a little bit. Ben Pye will let him back down in line. But if he gets a big enough push from the 53, he's going to have a look to the inside because Savage can't come down anymore.
Yeah.
So this bottom line is really formed up, and they are really moving. Everyone's staying pretty safe for now, though. We're not seeing anyone even take a peek to go 4 wide. Maybe they learned from the previous event.
Nobody's trying to be a hero on lap 2, which is good.
Yeah, once they move up out of the way, they're not trying to squeeze back down. Yes, they are 3 wide solid, but everyone is just a little bit on the cautious side.
Yeah, and this is okay, because this is where things are going to have to become interesting with strategy. If we can hold this form for most of this race, we're going to see guys try to pull strategy, but depending on when they come in pit, where they're at on the racetrack, that could be enough to cause the big one. And
this could get close on fuel, because I don't think they're able to make it to the end. It's close, but I don't think they can do it unless they're sitting at the back and, off the gas, saving pretty much the whole race, which some of these guys might try to do. So far, no one has lost a draft. These guys are all right up in it.
Yeah.
So now it's the 12 of Anderson Reed moving to the lead. The 55 of Rusty Broussard, the 52 right behind him. Everyone is behaving themselves pretty well so far.
Yeah, certainly more behaved than the last duel, but I think it'll only be a matter of time before we see cars get together and we have a couple going around. Even if it's just 1 or 2 cars, I think we'll definitely see some sort of accident.
I'm amazed.
Closer to the quarter mark.
I'm amazed at how calm we are seeing a pack 3 wide solid like this. But that just goes to show how crazy the race was beforehand. Uh-oh.
Oh, here's the 4 wide.
Here comes Trace. Trace Ryder.
Trace on the bottom, moving the 52 up the racetrack.
He's living up to his name.
12 is there, the 53. He's almost in the wall.
No quarter given. He's going to make a move for the lead here.
No. I thought Rusty was going to go all the way up to the top. They're still 4 wide for second.
Oh, this is dangerous. With this pack so close together, this could be a real big one here. They got to get through.
Anderson Reed is what I think is going to cause this one.
Oh, he's going to be hooked on the 52 here. If the 52 can't clear him, this is going to be it. He cleared him. They're good.
I cannot believe they survived. And Trace hangs on to the lead.
Trace said he wasn't going to give anyone any room, and he just did it. He just made a move on the bottom 4 wide for the lead of this race, and now put that 39 out front.
Yeah.
Well, they were well behaved for, what was that, 5 laps?
Yeah. Well, that's about how long it was in the other race, too. And then they went 4 wide a second time, and that's when we saw the chaos.
Speaking of chaos, mechanized chaos in the 97, making a move to the bottom of the 39. He led that lap in his first ever Sim Series event.
Yeah, seriously. What a guy.
But here comes the 9 of Fireball to the bottom. He's got the 34 behind him. These guys are shuffling themselves out pretty well. The bottom line's moving forward.
Yeah.
The leaders are moving up. No one's really sat at the front. It's very different to what we saw in the first duel, when there were the same sort of 3 or 4 cars sitting out front. These guys are so well packed together that there's a lot of shuffling going on.
And of course there's a lot of shuffling when they're 3 wide through the whole field again.
Yeah, because once you're on the top, there's nowhere to go. I mean, when you're anywhere deep in the pack like this, there's nowhere to go. We've got 3 red and black cars leading each of their lines through 1 and 2 now, as the bright purple Tacky's car of DualShock is starting to pull away a little bit as that racing kid's looking to the bottom. This could get dangerous.
That Carnation car, remember, Carnation was just an innocent bystander in that first one. I don't know if he wants his teammate to be pushing the issue. They're 4 wide for 3rd.
Uh-oh. DualShock has to back up. He's not backing off.
Oh, that 34. Mechan... Ah!
4 wide out of turn 4.
I don't like this. I don't like this, especially
Mech
where
is
that
stuck
9 is
there.
at. Mech is stuck.
He's got to clear the 34.
24,
Otherwise... Oh, he's turned!
Apron crashed
97
him.
around.
Around goes the 24, the 97. Another
The
car on
08's
the wall.
involved.
Emmett Lashbrook.
Oh, 2
Emmett
of the
Lashbrook.
mechanized racing cars. They're running into each other
another car
still.
gets involved. They're still crashing.
That's
They're
the
still
97
piling in
again.
turn 1.
That was a great job
Mech
by
just
that pack.
caused Mech just caused 3 wrecks, and I think only 1 go or go homer was involved, and it was Emmett Lashbrook.
That could have been absolutely massive. I don't know how that didn't collect the entire field.
That was almost Austin Dillon. Everybody did a good job getting on the brakes there.
They did a fantastic job staying out of it. And lap 9, yet again, cautions out. I thought that was going to be huge. I mean, I saw the 97 get turned, and I thought it would be over. We'd be seeing cars flipping upside down. And it was just... DualShock had a chance.
He just didn't have the room.
He had a chance.
He tried to come down. He did not have the room.
Right here, he is entirely clear of the 08 behind him. If he had just pulled up right here, they could have been safe, but he was trying to push the issue on the 97. I mean, look at that. He's got a clear spot on the outside of him. He's not taking it. He's on the bottom. He's got to run in the 97. Side drafts him a little bit coming out of the corner. And now they're 4 wide through the tri-oval, and this is when things get messy.
Well, and the 34, the 97 just kept coming down. That car on the inside, the 24, came up just a little bit, and it squeezed that 34, and he had nowhere to go. He really couldn't.
He didn't
do anything.
lift.
Yeah.
And the 97 gets turned. That involves the 9 of Fireball as well. The 24.
I think Trace might.
Oh no,
Ace
60.
Moneymaker did get the lead.
Look at this
He
pack.
beat
Back
Trace.
it down. What a job they've done. The 97 gets into his
Trace
teammate again.
lost the lead by 5 1,000ths of a second at the line from Ace Moneymaker.
I mean, look at the deep in the pack. Let's go on board with like Ben Pie, someone deep in here, and just look at how these guys stay out of this wreck.
This is impressive.
Oh, they're all on the brakes. They're not running into each other. You lose the 08 here, but that could have been so
Anderson
much
Reed
bigger.
got into the back of Emma Lashbrook, sent him around.
That could have been so much bigger. I think Luis Rodriguez stayed out of this too. I mean, here's good use of the brakes on this number 5.
But yeah.
He's right behind Crispy. They're wrecking in front of him. He's on the brakes. Cody comes back up. He stays off him.
Whoa!
And then the 97 hits
74.
again, and he's on the brakes here.
Cody
Whoa.
Boggs
Oh my
almost
goodness.
took out Luis Rodriguez.
Rodriguez keeping that car clean. What a great job by him. And Mech ends up going here. He doesn't have a whole lot of damage. I don't think
Yeah,
anyone...
he just spun.
I don't think anyone's going to be off pace because of this. Here's the race to the line. Ace Moneymaker in the 52 taking a run at the lead.
5 1,000ths.
Barely takes it from Trace Ryder. So now we should see pit stops from everyone as they try to top up.
Oh no,
on
everybody
fuel.
stayed out.
No.
Wait.
What?
No, timing.
Julio
timing
Caesar
and
stayed out.
scoring.
Julio Caesar
Timing
stayed
and
out.
scoring
Everyone else
behind,
came
but
in.
Julio, that 42 stayed out.
everybody
Last
else
time we
came
had
in.
3 cars. We had 3 cars come in last time and try to pit.
Oh, bit of an incident in pit road. Ben Pye's trying to get in his box. Rusty's trying to get out of his, and a little bit of
Rusty.
contact there.
Well, you're going to have that here at Daytona.
So Julio Caesar's going to try and make it last to the end. This could be interesting. If they stay green, he could run into some trouble. He's going to be banking on another caution and hopefully won't be involved himself. So put that 42 to the lead of the race.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult for him to stay up at the front of the field. Especially if he knows that he can't make it. He's going to have to be easier here on the restart.
Let's see where he was before he came in.
I think he's going to be in trouble here come restart time.
He was slowed down a lot by that wreck. He was in... I think he was
on that bottom
last.
lane. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he had to slow down a lot.
Back.
Yeah, apart from the 9 and the 97 who were very much involved in that, he was last. 24th place when he made that decision to stay out. So an aggressive call from the 42 team. See if it pays off.
Well, but remember, he's locked in. He's just looking for positions. He's not looking to move on. He's already locked for tomorrow's race.
Yeah, they want to start at the front, stay out of carnage. Because, I mean, you've seen what happens when there's 20-some cars on the track. But once we get 40 cars on track tomorrow, you do not want to be locked deep in the pack. I think these guys are trying to stay out front and stay ahead of the carnage. So they're going to pace one more time around here. Let's take a look at your transferring cars right now. Ace Moneymaker in the 52, the Power Sport Racing entry, sitting in 3rd. And the other Power Sport entry of Dual Shock in the 34. Both of these guys, they're sitting 3rd and 6th right now. The next best must race in car is Janza in the 47 on the outside looking in. He's in 11th. So they got 4 cars between them here. 5 cars between them.
Yeah.
So Power Sport Racing, if these guys can work together and stay up front, could be looking at getting all 4 cars into the Daytona 250 tomorrow. One of these smaller teams here where
definitely something.
They've got 2 chartered cars of the 98 and the 15, who were both in the previous duel, and then 2 unchartered cars, 52 and the 34. So if they both make the 250, we could see 4 cars from the same team in the race.
Well, I think the guys that are not locked in, that aren't those 2 cars, are going to be trying their best to separate them the whole race. So that way they have a shot at getting in. Because if they work together to try and stay up at the front, they're probably going to be a lock because there aren't many other teammates that are also on the outside looking in like these guys.
Oh, chat's actually there. Okay, well, I refreshed my chat window for no reason. All right, well, lights are out in the pace van, and as they come through, I believe this is turns 3 and 4 here.
Yep.
F1 fan came in to top it off here in the 84.
Interesting.
What happened here? That is a really interesting call. So
did he take lefts?
He took 2 tires. He took right side tires, and I think they topped it off on fuel.
That's interesting. If some guys didn't take tires, that's something. But we're already back under green. He's way behind.
Yeah, he didn't quite close in the gap, but he'll have some more speed here. Yeah, he'll be able to stay with the pack. So I think they're a little bit concerned that the fuel won't quite make it to the end.
Well, maybe. Or they just think fresher tires will be better for them to get up to the front.
Interesting. So, yeah, he'll be able to stay onto the draft. He's still got a speed advantage over Ethan Head back here. And interesting call for the 84 team. We're seeing all sorts of strategy being played here in duel number 2.
Here comes Rusty Brazzard.
Rusty Brassard to the bottom. Yeah, pretty good draft down the back straightaway, and he clears Julio already coming out of turn 4. 55 is going to lead another lap as here comes Trace to the bottom of the 42 as well. Both of the Power Sport teammates working together on the top side, the 52 and the 34. Those are currently your 2 transferring cars, except here comes Janza in the 47. He's got a good run on the bottom. He's got a Crispy Fried Racer behind him. He's behind Anderson Reed, and he's going to pass both of those cars. The bottom side is really, really strong here early on. It's looked stronger than it has in the first duel. Seriously, these guys are charging. The 47 goes to the outside of the 12 here. Now he's going to be sort of stuck alone in the middle. See if he can make this work. As Crispy's almost looking at the bottom of Anderson Reed.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to go 4 wide. I didn't want to see a replay of what happened earlier.
Jan's is still alone in the middle. Julio Caesar's stuck on the top side. He's going to be going backwards if he doesn't get a better run soon. Right now, the bottom side is just pulling like a train. Look at these guys getting pulled up here. Cody Boggs, Michael Deitch, Mark Silas. Moving on up.
Well, we saw Michael Deitch do really well in the shootout last week. So it's not too surprising that he's running up at the front. He qualified in that 12th spot back on qualifying on Sunday. He was 6th here for the duel, so not too bad for him.
Trace Ryder has found his way back out front. These no-quarter motorsport Dodges, I mean, him and McSpookboy in the 6 have been dominant here.
They're strong.
All week long. They are really strong, and we've seen a lot of them at the front throughout these speed leagues.
Yeah.
Luke Rainey tries to get down to the bottom. Can't quite do it. Anderson Reed is there. As Janza has made that middle work. I mean, we saw him pull to the outside of Anderson Reed. I wasn't sure if that was the best move.
Yeah, I don't know how we made that line work, but it's working.
He's moving. Up into the top 5 right now, but 12's going to have a better run through the corners. They're starting to get 3 wide now. It's not quite as tight as we saw before this caution. This is more like the racing we saw in the first duel, I think.
It takes a couple laps for them to build up, get to that point where they're really packed onto each other, and that's when we see the 4 wide. We saw it in the first duel, and we saw it here at the beginning, and now. That it takes them 5, 6, 7 laps for them to get really packed tight together, and that's when we see the chaos. As here comes Anderson Reed at the bottom, 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, this will do it. Although I don't think he has a good run out of the corner. He's got the 91 right behind him, but it's the 2 Fords in the middle line. Luke Rainey and Janza as the 55 of Rusty Broussard's coming down quite a bit. Maybe trying to get a side draft off the 47. Didn't quite work out because he's stuck on the top, and I don't think he wants to be there. Anderson Reed with Crispy Fried Racer behind him. Here he comes to the lead. Crispy's going to make a move on the bottom. Be careful, boys.
Oh, boy. 4 wide!
Oh, he
yes,
was
4 wide.
right on the corner of that 12. I can't believe he didn't turn.
And that 12 and the 47 are all but beating and banging going into turn 1.
And
4 wide for second.
Trace Ryder is stuck on the top.
As well.
If they can clear the 39, it might be okay.
Rainey's gonna fall there as well. Get those billboards out of the way. Come on, guys.
They're still 4 wide. Michael Deitch on the bottom. Trace Ryder way on the top. The 47 and the 12
This is never ending.
on
This
each
is
other.
not going to end well. And you see Chris, oh, man.
He's in the lead, but he moved up. Deitch is through. Silas is now on the bottom. This could get dangerous between the 12 and the 47.
Somebody's going to get hooked.
Unless the 12 can clear the 47.
That's going to help him get the draft. It's not enough.
No, the 47's still halfway up his car. They're touching. No, there they go again. Oh, this is big. This is huge. Everyone's in it.
The 74 is involved. The 84. The 91.
Oh, my God. That's the whole pack. They're still wrecking. Big wreck.
The 34 is crashing.
That's everyone. Oh, my God.
I think Priya got a piece of it as well.
Oh, the 34 is stuck. Oh, he gets hit by the 24.
Oh, he got hit by the 24. That's going to save his race.
Oh, but it ruined the front end of that car. Caution is out again.
That is the big one. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I didn't realize how much damage he had before that hit. Wow.
Yeah, I think that hit caused the damage. This could be it for the 34 team.
He got hit on the rear.
He got hit on the front corner, I think. Yeah, he got hit by that racing kit. Oh,
yeah, you're right.
Goodness. Let's go back.
I didn't think he hit him that hard. Holy cow.
Oh, we know when they go 4 wide, this is going to get dangerous. I mean, the 12 and the 47 just wouldn't give each other an inch. And, I mean, the top
12
line's
kept
all the way up
moving up.
there.
And the 12 and the 47 are going to get connected.
There's
47's
nowhere for
gonna
him
come
to
down
go.
A little bit.
The
77 and the 12 make contact, and that's going to send him up into the 91. Wait! That car on the bottom, that black car on the bottom, can't tell quite who that is.
at the front.
Underneath.
That's
Yes,
Mark
underneath
Silas in the
Michael
22, but he gets
Mark
a
Silas,
touch.
he moves up, and that pushes the 12.
But he only
into the
moves up
47. Watch.
once the 12 gets into him right there. Anderson Reed already hits him.
Yeah,
That
you're
pulls
right.
him up the track. And I think it was Janza
And then that just-
squeezing that caused
Nothing.
that. And then
Janza had nowhere to go.
look at the pack.
Chris had
There's
nowhere to
nothing
go.
they can
Look
do.
at Ethan Head. Ethan Head sent it all the way down into the grass and missed it.
Let's go on board here with the 46. I mean, this is what I expected more out of the first wreck. These guys are packed tight
Yeah.
together. There's a big wreck in front of them. Let's ride on board with Ethan Head in the 46. He sees them wrecking. He's on the bottom. He gets collected a little bit, touches Hunter, goes way down to the
Gets
bottom
a
of the
little
track,
bit, but nothing too
stays out of
rough.
trouble. Same with Fireball in the 9. I mean, yeah, he
Yeah.
just turns left. And you know what? That works. So does the 97. Oh, Mech!
Whoa!
Mech!
Mech involved in another one.
He gets a touch here from the 5 of Rodriguez. Loose, tries to save it, clips the wall.
Ah!
Oh,
Hard
oh,
into the wall
that
both
is pretty hard.
times.
As for the rest of these guys, Julio Cesar involved. I mean, what are you gonna do? What do you do in this situation? You're on the top side. They're wrecking in front of you. The pack compresses, and
Oh,
look at all these cars spinning. Oh my
he got
goodness!
bumper hooked off Rusty
Half the pack is sideways here.
easily.
And then DualShock got it. He gets through. He gets through on the top.
And then
line.
Rusty comes up.
No, he hits the safer barrier.
Oh, he hit the wall.
He hit the
And
edge.
that's how he collected the 50.
He hit the edge of the safer barrier. Right here where it juts out. Boom. And that pulls him across the nose of the 55 into his teammate.
Rusty did a great job not crashing that car.
And all these cars that have spun are just scattered across the track. That racing kid filling in for Austin Ripp in the 24. Oh,
Oh,
just misjudged it.
not too much damage to that 24 though.
He just misjudged it.
Yep.
So who leads coming? It's Mark Silas in the 22.
Mark Silas, yeah. And nobody's pitted. At least I don't think. It could be wrong on that.
I would think
Okay,
all the
that,
damage
that
cars are
racing
pitted.
kid did.
Yeah, I mean he had
That
to. He
racing
had
kid was the
big
only car
damage.
that pitted.
Are you sure about that?
And
I think that-
DualShock is out of the race.
Oh yeah, he would have been the other car that pitted, but yeah, he's done. DualShock has retired that car. Just too much
the
damage.
34. The
I mean,
34. DualShock. He will not race tomorrow.
That's so unfortunate. I mean, we're talking about the two power sport racing cars maybe making it into the 250, and they're packing it up over there at the 34 team.
Yeah. Tough way to end it.
Absolutely. So right now, I believe your two transfer positions would be Luis Rodriguez in the 5, who did a fantastic job of avoiding that wreck.
And then Emmett Lashbrook right behind him.
Yeah, he was sitting at the back, and I don't think he got turned around in that. I think he just found a way through the wreck. And the next car back would be, I think, the 52 of Ace Moneymaker. He's in 11th.
Yeah.
So right now,
And-
not looking good for that racing kid in the 24, because we know he's definitely has some damage from that crash. I mean, he got into DualShock real hard. I mean, took DualShock out of the race pretty much. And now he's at the back, probably with damage. Not looking good for him. Our other cameras, our other racing cars, Ethan Head in the 46. He is currently sitting in 17th. And then Janza, who was sort of involved and might have started that wreck, is sitting in 13th. Still
Yeah. Well, at least he's still running. He still has a shot.
good opportunities available for the 46 and the 47.
Because there wasn't a lot of big damage. It was just a lot of cars that lost track position and spun. So, we'll have to see.
The lights are out in the pace van, which means we will lap one more time, and we're going to go back green with 15 remaining in this dual race number 2. 16. Math.
16.
Great billboards.
Yeah, so drive-thru's trying to act like he's part of the online racing network, but that's coming up tonight.
Yeah, after this, 9:30 p.m. on the Online Racing
10.
Network's Twitch will be the final race of the knockout season, where I race. I don't just watch computers race. That should be fun.
It's 10 p.m. Eastern, by the way.
Oh, right, we're half an hour back.
Yeah, once again, we're starting delayed because
Rendering.
Cody H important.
So yeah,
Cody H export.
10 p.m. on ORN, which will also be hosted on my Twitch channel. So there'll be a
Come
link
join
there.
us. It'll probably be me because Keanu will probably bail at the last second. All right, coming to green.
The pace van will pull into the pits here. Mark Silas going to take the green flag with 16 to go in duel number 2. Green flag, and Michael Deitch is already looking for somewhere to go.
Yeah, but that's going to allow Luis Rodriguez to get underneath him. Michael Deitch is going to lose a couple of spots here on this restart.
Well, the 22 moved up and pulled him a little bit. I think he's working the lines for now. They're side by side behind him, and 2 by 2. Here comes Luis to the bottom. He's got a great run through the middle of the corner. I think Mark got loose.
He's looking for the lead.
He's going to have the 85 behind him as the rest of the field trying to find a lane down the back straightaway. We're seeing Priya McShane and Ace Moneymaker just looking for some air. Here comes the 55 of Rusty Broussard. He's got a good run.
Rusty.
5 and the 55 on the bottom. 20 of Ben Pye getting involved. Here comes Priya. Right off the restart, they're getting a really good run and forming this pack up pretty quickly.
Yeah, see, Luis Rodriguez shut the door on that inside line. He didn't want him getting up to the front.
He's trying to protect his transfer position here. That 5 has to race his way into the Daytona 250. As right now the battle for the second transfer spot is between the 52 and the 47, and the 08 right behind them.
Yeah, it's pretty close for that second spot. So we'll have to see who tries to make the move to get by, and who's going to go with him. That's going to be the bigger thing.
Ben Pye to the bottom, 3 wide. Janza's going to be making a move on the 52 here as well. They're going to be side by side for this transfer spot. The 84 of F1 fan, after that weird pit strategy, has found his way back into the front. What if those tires do any work for him? Rodriguez still just a nose ahead of Rusty Broussard in the 55.
I don't think those tires are going to work for him because he took a giant slide through the front straightaway during that last crash. So I'm sure those fresh tires were useful, but I don't know how useful they are now because they're probably pretty
He pit again.
After that spin.
On the timing and scoring, he pit again that time, I think. He's got 2 pit stops.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Huh.
So they did put new tires in that car.
Interesting.
So he'll have fresh tires. Luke Rainey in the 2 does.
Here comes Janza for the lead.
Janza for the lead. Wow. And F1 fans looking at the bottom.
Fans,
Oh, they're
don't
4
you
wide
dare.
behind the mechs on
They're
the bottom.
4 wide back there.
No, that's
KHP,
Anderson Reed.
Anderson Reed.
Fireball and Michael
Deitch.
Deitch. Oh, the 12 and the 8 are so close together
don't
through
like
the exit of
that.
the tri-oval. But they're not on each other's corners. They could be okay here.
I don't know.
Door to door, I don't think it's an issue, but
That 53 is going to get involved. Here comes the 60.
down the back straightaway, they'll be all right.
Yikes.
But where are they going to be coming into the corner? This is bad for those guys behind them that could get collected.
Yeah, Ethan Head, he's in a bad spot.
Emmett
Still
Lashbrook
4
pretty far
wide.
back. Oh, boys, be careful. 60 might be on the corner of the 8 here as they're sort of falling back from Anderson Reed. They're 3 wide for the lead as well with Ben Pye in the middle. And they're pulling away from Janza a little bit.
Oh, man.
They're door-to-door through the tri-oval. I think that's the only way they can make it.
Still 4 wide.
That was an entire lap going 4 wide.
I don't like this. This is
Not
good.
I hope this doesn't inspire more people to try and make that 4th lane work, because that's when it gets real dangerous. Down the back straightaway, F1 fan peeking to the inside of the 47. Oh, I hope he doesn't get a run. Janza blocks him.
47 blocks him. You know how we were talking about that 24? Yeah, he's 20 seconds behind the rest of the pack.
Oh, boy. That racing kid's going to be out of it.
It's not looking like he's going to make the Daytona 250 tomorrow.
F1 fan again looking at the bottom. Oh, they're not going to try and do it, are they?
Oh, nope, they're going to try it, and it's going to work. Janza has to move up.
No, he just barely stayed clear. Oh, they're wrecking behind him. Anderson Reed around.
Anderson Reed's around. Priya, I think, is involved. Mech again. Hard into the wall. One car. It's Savage Toy Show.
Again, he's found that wall twice this week. Oh, the 9. He's got roof damage.
The 9 also involved. Well, he was in. I think he went upside down.
Oh, they're wrecking again in the back. Oh, no.
That's everybody.
53's over
one
again.
Upside down. 53.
That's not the first time he's flipped at Daytona. Oh, my goodness.
Luis Rodriguez is involved.
What happened on the back?
8. There are 4 cars left.
This is chaos. This is insanity.
Rusty Broussard is in it.
The 9 has taken a tow back to the pits.
Yeah, one car's on pit road. I wonder if that 9 caught the outside wall going into turn 1 because he was stuck in that 4 wide on the outside.
They wrecked racing it back to the line, and Ben Pye's in the lead. What?
That was in the middle of the pack, too. They were 4 wide again.
We've got a couple incidents to look at. It was the 4 wide at the front.
Somebody tried to stick it underneath F1 fan. I think Chris tried to stick his nose in 4 wide underneath F1 fan down the backstretch.
All right, first incident. Let's take a look at the 9 of Fireball. I mean,
he hit something very hard.
They just squeezed down. He squeezes down too much. He had like half a car width ahead of him, and he goes into the inside wall.
No! Hits that wall.
Oh
hits
no!
That wall,
Oh!
And comes back up hard into the wall.
God!
I can't believe everybody avoided him.
Thank
that was a hard hit.
for the safer barrier. I think after this first touch, it just turns him. He's trying to get it under control. Can't quite do it. Oh. Gets the first wall, gets the second one. He might have damage or something
Savage hit the wall pretty hard, too.
Oh, my God. He's just barely misses KHP. That is a huge hit for Fireball.
Meanwhile,
the rest of these guys trying to stay out of it. Anderson
I think if we watch F1 fan here...
This is only 5 cars.
And we watch Chris. This isn't bad. Watch F1 fan here on the bottom and the car behind him. I think it's Chris.
Yeah, it's Chris.
Racer. Yep. He tries to go 4 wide underneath, and that pushes the 84 up into Priya
and the 55, and everyone piles in.
That is awful.
And Trace Ryder getting into the 53. He's
the 53
upside
over.
down.
Emmett Lashbrook got turned after the fact.
I can't even keep track of what's going on.
That last accident there kind of remind me of the 2002 big one at Talladega, where they were 4 wide, somebody got squeezed into the wall, and everybody else went around. That's what it kind of looked like. And I think it was Michael Deitch, actually, that turned him at Lashbrook into the wall.
Well, he just comes up the track and squeezes Michael Deitch. He comes up the
track and squeezes Deitch.
He was trying to avoid the 39 and the 53 reckon. Oh, he just misjudged. He probably thought he was clear and wasn't. Oh, Hunter B gets a little piece of it, too.
Well, I think he also might have spun in that as well.
Broussard got the most damage just from being stuck on the top and squeezed
he just
into
got
the
squeezed
wall.
In the wall. Priya got a lot of damage, too.
And they just all come right down the track. F1 fan did okay.
I think the 53 might have gotten the most, too, considering he rolled it a couple of times.
I think Luke Rainey...
Only twice, not 11 like McSpook Boy.
Luke's going to be all right. Let's go on board with Priya and just get squeezed into the outside here.
Yeah, Priya didn't get too much damage. Not seeing it again, but...
We can see the 84 comes up and squeezed into the wall they go, and they end up getting hooked to the left.
That 84 almost went over.
And there goes the 53. Oh, boy. And the 08's around as well. Chaos at Daytona. So now what does the picture look like? Well,
okay, so Fireball is still sitting on pit road. He's probably going to be out.
He's not on pit road. He's done. Yeah, they've retired that 9 car.
Scoring a second, but now he's out. Yep, but that 53 is still on track.
It's not the first time this week we've seen someone flip and come back.
Seriously. I could still race.
24 of that racing kid with that damaged car has gained a couple spots, but he might lose them on the next restart. As for the transfer positions, right now Janza in second, Ethan Head in fourth, and then
well, Ethan got through them both. That was impressive.
Yeah, Luis is the next car back. He's far back. He's sitting in 13th.
Well, he got involved in that second accident, so.
Well, we were looking on the last restart. We said, hey, the 46 and the 47 might have a chance here. Kept their noses clean, and look at them now.
And we're going to get a restart here. Let's see, lights are still on in the pace car, I think, right?
Yeah, so we're going to do one more time around.
So we're going to get 6 to go on a restart.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, this...
These have both been wild. One or the other. They've been equally wild.
The first one's been crazy, but this has been even more chaotic. Thank you for the $2 more, Pantallica. It says, dodge, go fast, flip hard. the 53 did it in the 250 last season. He's doing it a day earlier this season. Flipping that McDonald's machine at Daytona. 2 barrel rolls on the back straightaway. It was a weird flip, too.
Yeah.
But I think...
It was almost like Chris Buescher's flip back in 2016.
Where he wasn't...
Talladega.
He wasn't horizontal to where he was going. He sort of, like, barrel rolled rather than flipped sideways.
Yeah.
Which I think helps, because he probably doesn't have as much damage because of it.
Definitely.
So the 46 and the 47 must be feeling pretty safe, but they can't really let their guard down just yet, because anything can happen. And the 5 and the 52 are going to be there to pounce, as well as Emmett Lashbrook in the 08. I don't think anyone else has a shot here. The 24 is definitely damaged, and then the 34 is out.
Yep.
So we're going to roll through turn 3 and 4, and then restart for hopefully the last time, and run this thing out to the end. Ben Pye sitting on
Well,
point
I mean,
right
at this
now.
point, if we get a crash from here on, we're looking at ending the race under yellow.
Yeah, unless it's within the first lap, which it won't be because they won't be formed up.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a good
they'll still be
finish
getting up to
like we
speed.
did in the first duel.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be 3 wide to the line this time instead of 2 wide.
Pace van pulls in.
Green flag. 6 laps to go.
A decent start from Ben Pye, but I think Janza did better. We might see this 47 looking at the bottom. He's moving to the top, actually.
74. Cody Boggs looking to the inside. Here comes Chris to the bottom.
So both of your must-race-in drivers right now in those transfer spots sitting on the outside here. Jan's on the 47, the 46 of Ethan Head. Chris has a good run. Here goes to the bottom of Ben Pye. He's got Cody behind him, as well as the 85.
Guys are super spread out right now. So here comes that 85, Hello IMU. He's looking 3 wide on the bottom. Haven't said his yet this race.
Hello, I am on the inside, and with help from Michael Deitch.
Yeah.
It's putting Janza way up to the top, so let's take a look. Is Luis able to stay with it?
Luis Rodriguez is so far back. He's going to need some help if he wants to get into this 250. Otherwise, I think Ethan and Janza have it all but locked up.
If they stack up at the front, though, he may be able to stay within the draft. He's got to stay right behind the 8 and the 22, those DEI teammates who are just closing in on the pack now. Ben Pye still leads. Crispy in second. Then it's the 74 and the 85 side by side. 57 of Michael Deitch kind of stuck in the middle. A little bit of no man's land there.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out for him too well, but we'll have to see. We're coming to 4 laps to go, and here comes Cody Boggs. He's looking for second. He's looking for the lead in turn 4.
His very first Sim Series event driving the 74. He's only doing 5 races this season because he's racing full-time in the amateur league. But here's a move on his teammate for the lead here in duel number 2. And I believe he just barely nosed out Ben Pye coming the line. But here comes the 85 behind him. Yeah, 1,000th of a second. He beat him to the line.
Oh my gosh, 1/1000. Closer
Savage
than the
Racing.
race earlier.
1 and 2
Here
right
comes
now.
the 77, Hunter B coming back on the bottom.
with
Got the
Daytona
42
250
of
winner
Julio
behind
Caesar
him.
there as well.
Priya McShane staying with it. Luis is just barely hanging on. He needs these guys to keep battling each other if he wants to stay in this.
He's going to need the 46 or the
47
to lose the draft. Get stuck in the back so Luis can have a shot to get to him.
I think he's going to lose it here.
Got 3 to go here.
Luis is
Here comes Hello IMU to the bottom. 3 wide for the lead.
3 dodges. No corner
they're 4
motorsport to the
wide.
front again. No, they're good.
Look at Ethan Head. He's trying to go 4 wide.
He's in the middle between the 2 and the 47. Hello IMU clears both of the Savage cars and then blocks them both coming down the back straightaway. What a move.
Yeah.
No quarter motorsport again at the front. But here comes Julio Caesar on the bottom.
Yeah, and he's got help. His teammates just a couple spots behind.
77 of Hunter B looking aggressive here, coming out of turn 4.
Yep, coming
Can't
to
make
2
a move
laps
to the
to
bottom.
go. All bets are off here.
Hello IMU leads. Ben Pye in second. Can't quite clear the pack, though. They're 3 wide. Luis is still barely hanging on. His hopes aren't quite gone yet.
He's going to need something to help him out here, but...
Well, he's got the 22
so far, so
backing up
good.
a little bit. This could work out for him. I think he's got the draft here, as Ben Pye's in the bottom here. For the lead. Down the back
Here comes
straightaway.
Ben Pye looking for the lead.
He's got a good
Julio
run.
Caesar is there as well. Here they come down the backstretch.
He's got a teammate behind him, the 74 of Cody Boggs.
Yep, Cody Boggs is there. Ethan Head is there.
Ben Pye to the
Fine
lead
Racer
again.
is there. 3 wide behind him.
Ethan Head stuck in the middle. Julio Caesar trying to make it work on the bottom. Hunter B trying to pick a
White
line.
flag in the wind.
They're side
One more
by
lap to go in the
side.
second duel.
Oh!
At the line, I think it's going to be
Pretty much equal.
Ben
Cody
Pye
on the bottom. Here we go.
barely. Here comes Cody Boggs. Looking for his first win in his first attempt in the Drive-Thru Sim Series.
All bets are
And he's
off.
got help from Ethan Head on the bottom.
He's putting his teammate 3 wide, and he's going to the bottom. Squeezing each other coming out of turn 2, but Ethan Head stays with the 20.
I think Luis Rodriguez is too far back unless somebody has a problem here.
Hello IMU might clear the 20 here. This could be it.
Oh,
Cody might have cost
he
his
did clear
team the
him.
win. I don't think
Comes
they're
the
going to get around to
85.
the corner.
Oh, Ben Pye's looking to the bottom. Here they come off of 4.
He's got
Checkered
him.
flag's
Hello
gonna be in the
IMU's
air.
got him.
Hello IMU, hello Victory Lane. He's going to win the second duel at Daytona.
Oh, and Cody
And
Boggs.
Ethan Head
Oh.
and Janza are locked in to tomorrow's 250.
Luis Rodriguez
Rodriguez
tried to hold
so
on.
close.
Just didn't have enough. So close, and such a disappointing day for that 5 team, as the 53 looks like they came in at the end. We might have a meeting here at Savage Racing, because I thought Ben Pye had that. But Cody Boggs put him 3 wide, lost a handful of spots in the process. He ends up finishing 5th.
Yeah.
But you got to give it your all, right? I mean, you have a chance to win the duel in your first shot.
Oh, yeah.
They'll still be happy,
and
because
it's a learning experience.
they'll still be starting
And-
near the front.
Yeah. And there's still a lot of things that could happen tomorrow. You know, crashes
energy.
especially, that are just gonna cause some chaos.
Midlife with the dollar energy. Thank you. Thank you very much for all of the donations and subscriptions throughout this stream. If you thought this was cool, tomorrow night at 5 p.m., we are going to have 42 cars battling it out at Daytona for 100 laps in the Daytona 250. We're going to have 4 commentators in the booth. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be fantastic. And I couldn't be more excited for the first race of the Sim Series Season 2 tomorrow, 5 p.m., Twitch and YouTube. Definitely be there.
Yeah. Can't wait.
So your results, official standings from duel number 2 at Daytona here. Hello IMU wins by just under 1/10 of a second from Ben Pye. Ethan Head had a great qualifying performance. He started in 4th in this duel, finishes in 3rd. Good run for that 46 team. That's PT Motorsports getting a car into the 250. And the other transferring car, 47, Janza, owner-driver on his own team, made it work, stayed out of trouble. He finishes 8th, and going home tonight, Luis Rodriguez in the 5, close but not close enough. Emmett Lashbrook in the 08, who had such a good run in the shootout, just got collected a little bit early on. Couldn't get a good enough run together. He finishes 18th. Ace Moneymaker 19th. And then DualShock, who was taken out in that earlier crash, also won't make the race. Wow. What a show yet again. I don't know how to
bust his ass. Thanks, Tony.
Oh, thank you for following
This
Midlife on Twitch. Tomorrow
This
is going to be amazing. It's going to be
They
insane.
won't make it. They won't make it 10 laps without crashing tomorrow. I'm calling it now because we've seen it here twice. Both races, 26 cars in the field. They get about 7 laps in, and the whole pack falls apart. I don't see them making it past lap 10 tomorrow, especially with the most cars on the track that we've seen all season. It's going to be something.
I mean, yeah, and they got 100 laps to do. It's going to be one of those races where, I mean, like we've seen in these duels and with the shootout last week, anything can happen. You're never safe, and never count yourself out.
Yeah.
So very excited to see that. That's tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on the ORN Twitch. We're going to have Knockos, which is online, NO 2003, late models, short tracks, Slinger Speedway. That's going to be a blast. And if you're not in the Discord, join that, because I got a stream schedule. And there's stuff that I put on Twitch that I don't put on YouTube that you can see through there. So definitely be a part of it. Join the conversation and get hyped, because tomorrow's the 250, baby. So for Jacob Hitz, I'm Drive Through, and again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in 22 hours.